I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep for so much longer than I sleep every night. Like every night I sleep whatever amount. I just always want to sleep just maybe like an hour and a half more. I'm not asking for a lot more. Just an hour and a half more every night that I sleep. I would be so much happier as a person.
No,
I
that's
really
not true.
would.
Even sometimes I sleep for 12 hours by accident. I'm like, give me like, I was so close to it. You know what I mean? I almost.
It wasn't down in. It was sort of on top. But it was in the cylinder, above the rim, adjacent to refuse is refuse.
It's never, ever, ever going to be the right amount.
It's just like, I have this like sick idea in my brain where if I just can get the rest I need.
Yeah, but it's not true.
I'm sadly realizing that I can't get rest. And that's why I'm really depressed, because I just keep thinking that like, oh no, spring break, I'll get the rest. Summer break, I'll get the rest. Winter break, I'll get the rest. I don't get the rest. And I'm not gonna get the rest until I die.
Yeah, but that's what.
So I just wanna die. And you're laughing, but that's why I'm sadder than I've ever been.
Well, I mean, it's not like it's World War III or anything. I mean, it's such a buzzword anyway.
Right.
Dream, 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 catch it.
I was at a bar when it happened.
Yeah.
Me too.
It just doesn't feel real. It feels like a really, really bad dream.
So the bartender starts playing, we're not going to take it anymore. People just start going crazy.
Right, but it's
video.
it's really not real.
What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm tipsy, I guess. You ever have one of those things where you put something down somewhere and you know for a fact that's where you put it, and then when you turn around just like 2 minutes later, it's gone, but not gone from the place you put it, gone from reality. Like it never existed. It's like it blips out. It's like the simulation, the computer running the whole affair is just fritzing out. Got soda spilled all over it. It's something I notice most when I go to my hometown. Things don't seem as consistent there. The rules don't seem the same. Like, there's this Wawa convenience store that they just built much too fast. Sprung out of nothing. As if the simulation just started just spewing them out of nowhere. It took 2 seconds to build. Every time I go back to my hometown, it's something strange. Like, for example, like I always go to the mall. Always go to the mall, even though I hate it there. I want to burn it to the fucking ground. It's the worst place that has ever existed. But nonetheless, I end up there every time I go. And every time I go, I'm petrified that I'm going to see somebody that I knew in like middle school. So I started playing this game. Who am I going to see? And, you know, I'm listing the people that maybe it'll be like from 7th grade, it'd be like Jason Antini, or from 8th grade, it would be Courtney Maruso. And this one time I went, just like a few weeks ago, I needed new shoes. I happen upon Melanie Thompson. Sat next to her in 7th grade, haven't thought about her since that moment. I say, you know what, I'm gonna see Melanie Thompson today. But I think nothing of it. And I head into the mall. Plan is, get in there, get the shoes, get out. But that's never the case. You get in there, and instantly you're hit with this nausea. Because it's like they pump some kind of evil toxic gas that makes you just feel sick and disoriented, and you don't know why you came there in the first place, and you end up doing 10,000 things you didn't even want to do, and spending all this money you don't have. And it's freezing in there, and every mirror you look into makes you look horrible. You get this overwhelming sense that you're a worse version of yourself than you usually are. Anyway, eventually I get the shoes that I need. Just focused on them. I'm focused on my new Stacey Adams leather shoes, which are nice, by the way. And I just need to get out of the mall. I need to see sunshine again. There are no windows in this place, like a goddamn casino. And I just put my head down, see my new shoes, and if I just take left, right enough times through either Macy's or JCPenney, I don't remember quite which one I parked outside of, I will get out of this mall. Shoes down, forward. And so I'm walking and I ignore the Cinnabon lady giving free samples. Shoes down, forward. And I ignore the person giving free bubble bath. Shoes down, forward. And I ignore the virtual reality at the foot store. And when I finally pick up my head, when I think I'm near the exit, it's Melanie Thompson. It's Melanie Thompson. Like I said I would see her. Right there. Like she didn't belong. It's like somebody ripped her out of the place she belonged somewhere else and put her there for my benefit. It was a blip. She blipped into this reality, into my reality then. It was a blip. It's the thing on the fritz. It's the universe. It's wrong. You're not listening.
Yeah, it's weird seeing people you knew from high school.
Window. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. Good. I feel like my old self again. Totally inadequate, completely insecure, paranoid, neurotic. It's a pleasure.
See, okay, so you're trying to talk about future Jank. So, present Jank's the guy that ate the first half of the sandwich, right? But this other half, I could eat right now, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the fridge, and that's gonna be right there for future Jank. Now, future Jank is just really me, but it's me later, at a time when I'm smarter, taller, I don't know, do my laundry at a decent time, call my mom every single day. Present Jank, me right now, is always setting up future Jank. He's leaving them little bits, like half a sandwich, a spliff here, a Gatorade there, just little bits to make the me later happy, future Jank. But you see, there's a problem, because in that future Jank is always so happy, you can never actually be him. By the time future Jank comes around, you're just present Jank again. And all he really knows how to do is set up future Jank. I am so driving to New Jersey right now to get a roast beef sandwich. I know that
You're gonna fall asleep.
I am not gonna fall asleep.
You don't need this. You don't want this.
There's only one place to get a roast beef sandwich, and that is from Wawa on Route 18.
All the way in New Jersey.
Yes. You should just cleaned out my car. I think that's Kyle Shuham. That guy used to beat the shit out of me every day when I was a kid. Kyle Shuham.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm all right. Passing through town, got a little high and wanted a sandwich.
I hear you. Well, it was good to see you, man. Nice shoes, man.
Thanks, Kyle Shuham. Future Jank is always set up.
Good for you.
But present Jank, he's never happy. Actually, do you remember that time you called me a faggot and then you punched me in the fucking face? You remember that?
Did I? Holy shit. You know, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't remember who you are. Look, man, I was a dick when I was a kid. But, you know, you seem to be doing pretty well for yourself. Living in whatever part of New York you might be living in. And I'm here at this fucking Wawa in the middle of the night. So, you know, good to see you.
George is getting upset!
I was going to tell him about the poem I've been plotting in my head about the plague. Thousands of wasps descend upon every window and leave the mark of the wasp on every surface. If only that was that. Living with air full of sting and buzz wouldn't be all too different. The leading narrative voice of the poem, which is much like my own, but more clever, would stop talking about the plague eventually and start talking about his father's past life in Seville, where El Greco painted his noble profile before he left for Azerbaijan and then eventually Brooklyn, and opened doorways for butterflies by sculpting them for 17 years, or was it 300? I'm not sure. I told myself at the store that I would see the freckled-faced girl from 7th grade as if I already had. And then I saw her as if I already had, standing there as if just for my purposes. Anyway, the ballroom, where no one wants to go to war more than anything else, and so they rehearse these clever dances until the ship sinks anyway. The character of my father never boarded a ship or went to war. He built a canoe and pushed it through plague, wasps, walls, shipwrecks, butterflies, Brooklyn, and air full of sting and buzz for 17 or 300 years. I said, I'm going to see her at the store today, walked into the store and saw her like Bartleby upon a banister. This is the poem I meant to tell him about. That I've been writing for too long and drawn in too many rays of memory and time and sting and buzz, and I said that I would tell him about the girl who was standing there, who I said I would see. It's almost imaginary, but I told you. You see, it's time, poetry, 17 memory, Brooklyn, El Greco, wasps and freckles, Azerbaijan, shipwrecks, war, 300, canoes, dancing, clever, sting and buzz, plagues, always war, always plague, practice drowning and be clever, and if I remember, it wouldn't be all too different.
Okay, Janko. 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 Janko.